everybody, I'm Matthew Heines. I am the author of the new book, The Rainier Paradigm. In the Rainier Paradigm, a number of things happen geologically that people around the Northwest always need to be aware of. Right now, I'm standing out in Clay Lock, which is on the Pacific coast, and I just want to point out to people that are watching this and who are interested in the Rainier Paradigm just what exactly would happen or could possibly happen in an eruption of Mount Rainier. One thing that could happen is it could also trigger a massive tsunami. Now, in a tsunami, I'm standing right here, right about here, on the west coast of the United States in Washington State. In the event of a tsunami, what we're standing on right now is going to fall all the way down a couple miles into the ocean basin. So this whole area here, from here all the way up to the mountains, would actually be at the bottom of the ocean a few miles down. So in the event of a catastrophic event like the Rainier Paradigm, there would be much more tragedy than just the activity up on Mount Rainier, possibly. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other features of this area that could really be affected by an event like the Rainier Paradigm. Okay, so these walls that you see behind me, these were all constructed because of the natural erosion from the ocean, which is just right a few feet away. But as we look down this cliff here, all of this has naturally just dropped off every time part of the ocean comes up, the tide gets high, and it starts to wash this stuff away. Now, in the event of a catastrophic event like the Rainier Paradigm, this would happen on a 1,000-time scale, and this whole bluff like this, which is exactly what it looks like a few hundred miles off the coast, which is I'll show you right now. As we saw on the sign up on the above the bluff, outside or off of the coast here a few miles is a shelf that drops down at least a mile or two. So in the event of a cataclysmic event like the Rainier Paradigm, which also involved a massive movement of this plate called the Juan de Fuca Plate, the entire thing, everything I'm standing on, will drop down miles into the ocean. And now, of course, that would not only be devastating for Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, but it would also be devastating for everybody whose livelihood depends on this area, say for fishing or logging. So a Rainier Paradigm type event would be cataclysmic that would end the world as we know it. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at one more geologic feature, and that's going to be up on the northern coast of the United States, up on the what's called the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and we're going to see how past events such as tsunamis have affected the geology of northern Washington state. So here we are right outside of the town of Sequim, Washington. We are at a place called Dungeness, and right now we're sitting about 200 to 250 feet above the Pacific Ocean, or more accurately, this is the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Now, if you look behind me, right here, you'll see that these cliffs are all shaped. They've all been shaped over the centuries by repeated tsunamis that have shot through this channel and have channeled their way through the Strait of Juan de Fuca into Puget Sound. Now, as you read the Rainier Paradigm, you'll also notice that this occurrence also happens to happen at the same time there is any kind of volcanic activity around Mount Rainier. Is this true? Is it going to happen? Who knows? But you should read You should read the Rainier Paradigm because you don't know what's going to happen in the future.